Hey guys, Scott Layton here, Mike's Pet Life, Renaissance Spirit Channel. I'm here with my tour guide extraordinaire, Marko.
Hello guys, Marko here. So a little bit of history about the cave. Is called the Cave of Skotini, but mainly locals call it the Bride's Cave. I will explain more about this later as to why the name comes. It's a natural cave, but it was more developed back in communist days, so we're talking probably around the 60s to 70s. There's an underground lake inside that we're gonna go see, and that water was mainly used to water the lands around here for agriculture.
Okay, this is not a goat cam, but...
Oh boy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
I don't think the goat is happy with you.
Hello. I love goats. I always wanted a goat as a kid.
Goats are so nice. They're just so elite. They're tiny bit scary looking, but they're alright.
No, that's what makes them cool looking.
Yeah, fair enough.
Never know how to walk. Alrighty.
On rocks?
On rocks, yeah.
You don't have the right shoes. Which I realize might be a problem later on at the waterfall.
But I mean, the thing is, most people don't get, and that's what the Brit didn't understand, was you were part of the Hellenistic world, just like Troy was. You weren't Greek, you were a separate entity completely, but you were part of the same... You shared a lot of the same culture, the same gods, the same... What?
I forgot the light.
Oh, okay.
And that's pretty important. I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
And you also lost lands that were taken for Macedonia, right?
Macedonia, Greece, Montenegro, Kosovo is Albania.
Right.
So yeah, quite a few lands. Hello sheep.
And you and Greece were probably the only two countries that weren't part of the old Yugoslavia. People get that confused too.
Oh yeah, we were never part of Yugoslavia. And Verhoja went as far as to threaten Yugoslavia and Greece.
Yeah.
I think he even threatened the States once, to be honest. Just don't know why. But no, we were never part of it. It's really, and I'm not saying this just because I'm an Albanian, but it's honestly pretty fascinating that we've gone through all of this stuff, but our culture is still there, our language is still there, which is one of the hardest parts. Because being under the Ottoman ruling for like 500 years...
Well, right, and people weren't even allowed to speak it or learn it.
No, you wouldn't, yeah, you weren't allowed to speak it or learn it, so like the fact that we have, and okay, yes, we have influenced words, either Turkish or Italian, stuff like that. I mean, it's thousands of years that we've protected our language, and a few words I feel like is just not really the best way to mention that like we have influenced words.
But I mean, what language doesn't, you know?
That's also true.
I mean, look at a bastard language like English.
You have a lot of French words.
We have tons of French, Latin, Greek. I probably know Albanian.
I saw a post once that said English is just French, German, and Italian jumped on top of each other wearing a long trench coat.
With an umbrella. Umbrella, I'm sorry.
But I mean, it also makes sense because I mean, the word video or whatever, or like Google, like how do you translate that, right? It's not, it's just an invention, they named it, and then that's just what it is. So it's pretty hard, but a lot of people, again, as I was telling you, like they just read a few things and they think that they know, and they don't ask questions that they make statements. And listen, if you ask questions, I'm more than happy to sit with you for like 10 hours straight and answer any question that you want, right? Because not knowing is not the problem. Pretending that you know is the problem. But people don't get this.
Well, the problem is we don't always know what we don't know, and...
That's also true, because a lot of Albanian history you also cannot necessarily find online, so...
I mean, like most Americans don't even know where Albania is on the map. They don't even know that you guys are part of Europe, unfortunately.
this was the main building where they would operate the cistern, I guess you would call it. I don't know what that would be. The pipe. Obviously fully abandoned. It's probably around 60s, 70s, something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can go in. That's right.
Oh, I was just getting a picture of the butterfly. It's a really cool butterfly. I love your nature. Well, I mean, I did some research on the Drina Valley, and you know, you have manx, foxes, boar, frogs. Ooh, this is cool.
Oh, it gets cooler.
And you have your flashlight. Okay.
I had to come back for that one.
Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna go and do an intro and introduce you. So, explain if you could for us, Marko, a little bit about the cave we're walking into.
You can get these.
So this is where they pull the water from, I guess?
Yes. So technically this is -1. There's another floor -2, and there's another floor -3. That one is a bit hard to see, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
You can maybe get closer so the camera can probably capture it better. You have the stairs over here. Don't recommend that you walk on them because last time I tried I had slipped and fall.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Because they're just covered in mud right now.
Oh, okay. This is cool. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. This is mold.
That's mold?
I think so. What else would it be?
Can't tell. It might be like calcification or something.
Oh, probably. I don't know this one's here. Yeah, this is -1. Then if you just come over here, just watch your head, please. And you might get some water droplets on you. You can see -2 right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see how clear the water is.
Oh, it's crystal clear. In the summer, I come here as part of my tours to swim.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, so we essentially get on that platform, which is dodgy as shit because this ladder is not good. And then we jump from this part over here down there into the water, which is freezing cold, and then we swim around it to get to the stairs. I probably should start making people sign waivers for this.
Probably would be a good idea, yeah.
Super dodgy, but also super cool.
Well, you do your own tours, or are you part of an organization or a business?
I do my own tours, and I also cooperate with someone else, and together we do off-roading tours, like proper off-roading. We have to get we have Land Rovers that have been pimped up with suspensions, tires, stuff like that. Like tomorrow, I'm actually doing one.
Do you guys do waivers for that?
No, that one is right.
Yeah, you definitely should do waivers, especially with Americans. We're so litigious as people. This is really cool.
Sue anyone?
Oh, well, look at our president. He's suing his own government, yeah?
Oh, sorry. This is too far for the shine. It's a cool spot. I wasn't sure if your camera was going to see anything.
Oh, look at the quartz. That's really cool. And there are bats in here?
Plenty.
Yeah.
You scared? Or?
Bats? No.
Okay. Well, they don't really mess with you. I just need to get some probably more powerful flashlights for the water part.
Yeah, if you go and do the swimming, maybe bring some...
Oh, I did have. They just...
You brought more for that?
They just broke. No, I had some. They just broke. Dropped one into the water once. Another one, one of the foreigners just kicked it into the water. So I'm trying to. I'm thinking if I'm probably gonna get other ones, I should probably get waterproof ones.
Yeah, that's
which
a good
are
idea.
more expensive, unfortunately. Should we go up?
Sure. This is cool. Thank you.
Oh, I forgot. Actually, I should have mentioned why the cave is called the Bride's Cave. The locals call it that. So the story goes.
Oh, you have to be more
fair enough.
dramatic.
Oh, I should take off the glasses then. So the story as to why it's called the Bride's Cave is because the legend says that on her wedding day, the bride was unhappy with the husband that she was going to marry, so she came here and drowned herself. And this is also how we know that this lake, together with the lake in Gjirokaster, the Viroi Lake, are connected underground. because she drowned herself here, then her body was found in the lake in Gjirokastër.
I've heard a couple of different things about the lake. So it is a natural thing that was dammed, from what I read.
Yes, it's fully natural. They've just technically expanded it,
Gotcha. Okay.
I suppose.
Because a lot of people here call it an artificial lake.
The lake part is artificial, yes, but the source isn't.
Gotcha.
So I mentioned Blue Eye because technically that one in Viroi is also a Blue Eye, right? It's just that the Blue Eye got the name first, essentially. But what happens is this is the same phenomenon as the lake in Gjirokaster and also the Blue Eye in Delvina. There's cracks in the mountains and they collect water from the rain, and then you have underground tunnels and you have openings like this one. So all that water gets pushed out. But deep in the caves, the water level is actually, sorry, not the water level, the water temperature is actually below zero.
Oh, really?
Yes, but because of the, what's the word? How tight it is. I can't remember the word for it. It cannot freeze, essentially, and it's constantly being pushed out. That's why it's quite cold. But I think the water temperature here, especially here in this lake, it's probably 11 to 13 degrees,
Oh, okay.
which is freezing,
Yeah.
because water temperature works differently, I think. So it's pretty cold.
Yeah.
It's fun to throw rocks in. That's also diver's line. It's a bit hard to see, but somewhere just over there, straight ahead, there's the cave that goes underground. Some Polish diver came once when I was doing the tour here, and they just went for it.
Oh, cool.
Not my thing. I'm claustrophobic. Not for this, obviously. But tight spaces when I cannot stand up, I'm like, not my thing.
I understand. Alrighty, sir. I'm ready.
Alrighty. Next.
This is cool. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. It's a cool stuff. I hope that the camera did catch most of it.
I think I have it on 4K resolution right now. This is one of those 360 cameras.
Yeah.
So it's one of the better ones, but what you said DSLR, what does that stand for?
I do not know what it stands for, but I'm just talking about like just cameras, like proper cameras. Like, you know, like the with
Like Nikons or something?
exactly stuff like that.
Okay.
So DSLRs are usually with a mirror, like flips out, captures the pictures, and then the mirror comes back down. So you look through a viewfinder, and you don't see how the picture is going to turn out, how like exposed it is, and what so what. You just see that, and then you need to fix all like the shutter speed and ISO and whatever. Whereas mirrorless cameras, as per the name mirrorless, they do not have a mirror. So you essentially just see live what's going on. So when you change something, you just see it straight away. How dark it's going to be, how light, how exposed, underexposed. And because they do not have the mirror, especially a full frame sensor, mirrorless cameras are very, very good at low light.
Oh, okay.
Very expensive though, but they're very good. The camera that I'm looking to buy, I sold all of my equipment back in Tirana because I was getting paid for 3 months. But I ended up selling everything, and I'm trying to buy some. I'm gonna get a DSLR still because I don't do a lot of videos. Mirrorless are pretty nice at videos, but I mainly do photography.
Oh, there's a spider. You okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. Jesus Christ. But yeah, so I'm just trying to get like a pretty nice DSLR. So the one that I'm trying to get is a Canon, but it's a extremely professional DSLR. So it's like top of the line when it came out. Obviously, I'm getting it used secondhand, so it's just gonna be way cheaper. and the camera doesn't really matter as much as the lenses do, so that's where usually we spend a lot of your money.
There's more Marko and touring that I'll share in related videos, including the Viroi Lake he was referring to earlier, the waterfall, and more. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the Bride's Cave of Skotini. Modern explorers and divers confirm the truth behind the myth. Skotini's underground waters link directly through hidden channels to the stunning Blue Eye of Delvina, as well as to the Viroi Lake. This cave, hidden just outside Gjirokaster, is called Skotini by locals, meaning dark, because no candle or light can survive the heavy moisture inside. For generations, villagers came here only for pure drinking water. To find their way in the pitch black, they relied on a strict rule: count exactly 90 steps. There's more to the bride myth. Some claim that the bride came here one fateful day and miscounted her steps. She slipped and vanished into the abyss. Would you dare step into the dark to test the 90 steps? Hit subscribe for more hidden secrets of Albania, and if you're interested in a tour with Marko, let me know in the comments.